In the early morning hours of 12 February 1942, the Imperial Japanese Army rapidly advances towards the urban centers of Singapore. Will the rising sun of the Imperial Japanese Empire set on the colonial aspirations of the British Empire? Or will the brave defenders of Singapore hold off the IJA? All right, take us through the British list for today's game.
All right, so we got an Indian Rifle Company, which is an actual full thing in the Pacific Book as a separate formation choice.
Yeah, not just a command card.
Not just a command card this time. So you got 3 platoons, a 3-inch mortar platoon, 1 MMG Vickers platoon, 1 platoon of 6-pounders, which they should be 2-pounders, but for this purposes of we don't have 2-pounders, we're using the 6-pounders.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a regular rifle company. These are representing the Argylls today. There's 2 platoons, machine guns. And I forgot to mention the Indian company has all the universal carriers.
Mm-hmm.
And then in support, I have 2 25-pounder units and an observation post team, which is actually really cool. It's not an OP tank, it's literally just an infantry.
Yeah, the only other, I think, nations that had foot OPs were Finland and Germany for the Fallschirmjäger, and again, only in mid-war for some reason. Important thing to note with force building for the Pacific is the boys anti-tank rifles and the mortars are not integral to the platoon. You do actually have to pay extra points for them. So you have taken those in all 3 of those platoons. Yeah. And I think also in these 2 platoons, right?
Yep.
All right, and then how many points are we at?
I am sitting at, where's the total here? 96 points. I did pay for 2 command cards.
Okay.
One is Bagpipers, which will be on that squad over there with the formation commander, which will give them a little bit of a buff when needed.
Makes sense. Argyle.
Yeah,
they should have bagpipes.
I figured makes sense. And then the other one is Ferocious Valor, which will also be on the Argylls, because Scots, I figured makes sense.
Yep. No, that's fair.
I want to see some aggression.
Awesome. So that's today's British force for the first battle of Bukit Timah. All right, and here we have the Japanese Army in all its tan glory. We have 2 rifle company formations. The first formation, max strength platoons, 3 of them. Type 97 heavy machine gun squad of 2 guns. Command upgraded with a flag. And the 75mm regimental guns. That is the formation, and all platoons have banners. Likewise, the second formation, 3 max strength infantry platoons with banners. Command with a regimental banner. The Type 90 battalion guns, and 2 more Type 97 heavy machine guns. And then in support, we have 3 Type 89 medium tanks?
Yeah, they were medium.
Sort of.
I mean, the Japanese just called them tanks.
Yeah, for the Japanese, it's a medium tank.
Yeah.
And then also an engineer platoon with 5 rifle teams and 2 flamethrowers. And that will be 100 points to bring glory to the Empire. Okay, brief table overview. So here's the table we've set up to loosely represent Bukit Timah, 14 Feb 1942 in Singapore. We got one of the hills outside of the village with the crossroads leading towards it. That is the first Japanese objective. And then we've got a little manor house there as the second Japanese objective. We are playing on the full length of the table. Lots of dense jungle marshland over there. It's going to be difficult going. Most of the tree stands are just going to be regular jungles. And on the crossroads itself, we're going to use the new dense jungle terrain, which is bulletproof tall terrain. It'll just be the areas that look like dense jungle, essentially. So we are going to play a scenario. The Japanese are attacking under cover of night in the early morning. The defenders will be attempting to hold as long as possible. Japan will have to get to the objectives and hold them starting on turn 6. And also starting on turn 6, if there are no Japanese attackers within 8 inches of an objective, the Allies will win. Otherwise, pretty standard game, and we'll be back after deployment. Okay, here we are after the intro. You've seen the armies, you've seen the table, you've had a brief history lesson. Very, very brief. Probably not actually at this point. So brief history lesson time. It's 12 February 1942. IJA has invaded Singapore recently, and they are advancing towards the capital. They are trying to break the British defenses here on Singapore and take the unsinkable fortress that is Singapore itself. So, Bukit Timah, a site of fearsome fighting, not technically centered around the heights of Bukit Timah itself, but rather around Bukit Timah village, slightly to the south. So that's what we're attempting to recreate here.
With artistic license.
With much artistic license, because this is Flames of War, and there's only so much we can do. So we have British defenses, led by the brave Andrew Turner, once again returning in his 8th Army kit, but in the Pacific, because it's the same uniform.
Works.
It's the same uniform. So, take us through your defensive deployment.
All right, so what I figured is I really need to hold both the crossroads here,
Yep.
which was also an objective, so it makes sense.
100%.
And quite happily, he put an objective by the only plantation house on the table.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Which makes perfect sense.
That'd be a great
kind of
sake house if we take it.
If you take it.
Ooh, I should have brought some sake for today.
But basically, that's my HQ building. I have my company HQ behind it. Just figured we're deploying more in a thematic fashion today.
Yeah.
This is not necessarily going to be the most game winning, but it seemed to make the most sense. I put a minefield on this road here, that forest clearing, the main road, and to cover my flank on that side.
Okay.
I have mixed my 2 rifle companies together. My Indian guys are represented by the guys on desert bases typically. They work pretty well for the purposes here. They're going to represent the 19th Hyderabad Indian Regiment.
Okay.
And I've set them up pretty much kind of more along this way. The Argylls historically were holding the crossroads. They're going to be represented by Jacob's Sicily campaign Canadians.
Yep.
So they're a little out of place, but there is a bagpipe model, though.
Yes, I do have bagpipers.
I'm so happy for it, because that's going to make it amazing. And I've set up the Argylls close to where they were historically, which was close to the crossroads. It's not beyond the realm of possibility that they move up and hold it.
Yeah.
Now, we neither of us own 2-pounders. Battlefront is put them up for pre-order, and they will be
mid-July,
something like that. So as soon as the 2-pounders come up, both of us are gonna order sets, I imagine. But in lieu of them, I've put the 6-pounders on the road, covering kind of like the main way into this area. And that makes perfect sense. That's Doctrine use, and it was also what the 2-pounders were used for. And against Japanese armor, the 6-pounder, 2-pounder, same
Japanese armor? What armor?
Oh, right. You don't have armor.
I have a single unit of armor, which we'll get into once we finish.
Either way,
about yours.
the effect on target between a 6-pounder and a 2-pounder
is effectively the same against my tanks.
It's against him. It's not going to make a huge amount of difference.
Yeah.
And hopefully the plucky defenders can hold out today.
Well, we will see. We will see if the rising sun will eclipse the western sun. Speaking of Japanese, we are here representing, I believe it's the 27th Army Group that is in this portion of these sectors on Singapore. Technically, this battle was, the hill was taken and the Allies were forced back by a company of Type 89s advancing down the roadway and basically just tanking the shots from the 2-pounders and making them afraid and running away. I don't have enough 89s for that. I have a single platoon. I will be ordering more tanks, do not worry. But for now, we're taking some creative license. We have the single platoon of Type 89s to represent that. And we have 2 rifle companies. I've got one on my right flank, one on my left flank. And I'm just going to attempt to bonsai.
And it's a fun historical note, because a lot of people don't know this about Singapore, and they just, at least not at first. Western audiences don't typically look that deep into it.
Yeah.
But the Japanese were outnumbered at Singapore.
Oh, yes. Outnumbered and running out of ammunition and fuel.
Them winning was possibly the biggest bluff that Yamashita ever pulled off. It's one of the biggest military kind of like deception moves we've ever seen. So the fact that the Japanese are roughly equivalent in force, despite being the attacking power, makes perfect sense here. And the 25th Army Group under Yamashita, like, they did pull some pretty sneaky stuff. Like, the idea of concentrating defeat in detail was how he won most of the battles here. So is it beyond the realm of possibility that he's committed the tanks elsewhere in this timeline? Maybe. But those Type 89s should put in work. Well,
we will see if I get through the 6-pounders first. So that's where we're going to start off. It is going to be a night fight using the Dawn rules starting on turn 3. We will see if the Japanese can make the most out of the cover of the darkness to get to grips with the foe. We'll be back with Japanese, turn 1. All right, turn 1 Japan. We have moved. So Japan has Jungle Craft, which gives them a 12-inch tactical dash on almost all their infantry. So we were here, and now we're all the way over here. We got right flank company pushing forward to try and get on that point ASAP. We got the engineer company and the Chi rows advancing up the center, and we got left flank company advancing on the left flank. It's pretty much all there is to it. I'm not going to have any shooting because almost everything dashed except the tanks. Actually, I guess I am going to have some shooting potentially with the tanks. Let's see. Night fight. I need to roll a die to see what their spotting range is. 8 inches.
So
they can only see up to 8 inches during the night, which means they're not shooting this turn. Okay. So that's Japan turn 1. We'll be back with some British turn 1.
Alrighty, so British turn 1 moves not a lot. I'm kind of happy with my defensive positions, but I did see that he's not put anyone in this kind of like... I was expecting some jungle nonsense, and he didn't do the jungle nonsense.
This is jungle nonsense.
Yeah, no, I thought, like, look at that swamp.
Yeah,
I thought you'd be like Shrek in there.
I don't want to go through swamps.
Anyways, so he's coming from this direction, so I moved 1 platoon of Argyles, the Universal Carriers, with them, just kind of get ready for the inevitable, right? And then I'm going to start ranging in. Now, nighttime ranging in is interesting because I'm still allowed to, but it's at a -1 or
yeah, so you get a -1 for being nighttime, and then you get the additional -1 if there's any tall terrain underneath.
So what's going to happen is I do have, I'm just going to announce my shooting just because it makes sense. We'll pivot right into it. I have an observer in this top window, and he can see there. So he's going to probably drop some very inaccurate artillery because of the tall terrain. Funny story, with the whole -1 for ranging in near tall terrain, this is going to be really hard.
Yeah.
Like, there's getting...
Well, like, and you're what? Trained at best?
Yeah, like...
Yeah.
It's going to... I might even be green. Like...
Well, we'll check.
I got to check the stats, but, like, it's... People are going to look at this and go, hang on, like, this feels like a walkover, but it's kind of historically accurate. This is what's happening. Like, using artillery in the jungle had very specific uses. This is not the time.
No. Well, and again, just wait for Burma when you've got actual tanks and I'm stuck using my Type 89s and Type 97s.
Oh, so we're certainly not in Burma yet.
Yeah.
So.
All right. On that note, we will recap the artillery because he's got so much of it. We'll be back after that. All right. So, Andrew needed a 6 because his guns are trained, and on his first roll, he rolled a 6. So, Mike's target allowed him to roll again, but he wasn't able to spot the second gun this turn. But one gun is ranged in there. He took out 2 rifle teams, pinned down the unit. So then we've rolled for line of sight. He's got some shots in some spots that he might want to do. Assuming you want to do, it is definitely helping.
Yeah.
We'll see if it protects my tanks though. So speaking of, do you want to do the 6-pounders first?
Yes, of course.
All right. Now bear in mind, if they fire, I can see them at any range after.
They're on the road. They're going to be overwhelmed by anyone.
So
soon.
He's got line of sight to see 1 tank. So he's going to light up my 1 Shiro.
And it's going to be 3 guns firing at that.
And their stationary rate of fire is 2, I think, isn't it?
Is it really? Oh, damn, it is.
Yep. So we're under 16. I'm careful, but night fighting, so hit me on a 5+.
I'm just moving this dice because that's my ability dice.
1 hit. What is your anti-tank?
My anti-tank is 9.
My front armor is 1.
So I'm going to just...
Firepower. It's 4+?
4+, yeah.
Okay.
No.
Bailed out.
Which, fun story, Japanese tanks do weird things when bailed out.
Yes, so, well, I mean, we are still bailed out. We can't drive around, but if we're an assault, we can still fight, and we can still fire our machine gun, weirdly enough.
You brought it with you.
Yeah, pretty much, actually.
I mind you, I'm not sure if that...
no, it's because we have swords. Every crew member has a sword. Totally. Right? He's carrying a sword.
Oh, see? Is that what it is? I mean, you could just drop the Nambu outside the hatch.
Yeah, well, no, we're without 40k me. I'm trying to be closest so I can hit them with my sword.
You literally have them all.
I know, it's fantastic. All right, any other shooting? We had some line of sight on
Vickers here.
Vickers. They can see the 1 team. That rifle platoon can see if they also want to engage. I'm assuming you're going to light up my flamethrower.
With this guy?
Yeah, that's that platoon. That's the one guy they can see is the flamethrower.
In which case, yes.
All right. Well, you hit me on a 5+. You're ready to fire 6.
Yeah, thank you.
That's gonna be a lot of shots. You might as well just roll 6 4 times.
Okay.
It'll be easier.
First wave of shots.
3 hits.
I'll take it.
Power hit. Sorry, that's a 6. Yeah. There we go. So 4 hits. 5, 6 hits. I think this flamethrower is dead, but you never know.
Oh, and reroll for
9 hits.
And that was 3 guns?
Yeah.
And the last one.
10 hits total. Okay, so I'm going to roll 5. And he dies. But he's the only visible team because the hill in the line of sight, so only he dies.
Will that help with pinning?
Oh, yeah, they get pinned. But we'll see if they stay pinned.
And with the other visibility we have, this machine gun platoon would be great if it could shoot.
Yeah, he
but
only
it
has
cannot.
8 inches of line of sight right now.
I can't see nothing.
It's too dark. It's okay.
It
ain't so hot. It's just dark.
I would do the appropriate accent for my Indian machine gun teams. However,
hey, you're allowed to.
I'm allowed to, but I don't know how to do a good one. That's the irony.
That's fair.
I learned how to speak the King's. Sorry.
The King's English. Eh? I'm the colonial. Or sorry, I'm the colonist, right? Yeah.
Well, we're both colony kids.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Technically.
That's fair. So any other shooting then?
Unfortunately, not.
Gonna save that rifle platoon not open up as well. Just keep them.
I mean, yeah. Let's throw a few more shots, I guess.
There you go. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rifles, 1 overhead mortar, and a boys if you want. You don't have to. You can. You can keep them gone to ground so I can't see them.
Ooh, that is nice. But that won't help you in the assault, will it?
No.
So I'm gonna shoot.
And I bring my own flame, my own light source.
Yeah. So
I'm a flamethrower.
I'm just gonna shoot you.
Okay. So you will be needing 5s to hit because not all platoon is in concealment. 2 hits, and then the mortar.
That's their good move. So
Nope, and the boys. All right. Which hits? So I guess it's just gonna be 2 rifle teams.
Yeah, it's just the front two.
Because my flamethrower is hiding.
Keep it easy.
That's cocked. Fine. Kill an engineer. I didn't need them anyways. It's okay. It's okay. That was a very successful turn on my part. I didn't lose anywhere near as much as I normally would have. On to
scary.
Japan, turn 2. All right, turn 2 command step. Let's start with some remounts on a 4 plus because they're confident. No, they're fearless, which means they got in because I said they were confident, not fearless.
There you go.
Engineer platoon is outside of the range of the banners, so they're going to rally on their 4 plus. Sadly not, so they're going to stay there. And then this rifle platoon has a 4 is confident, but with the regimental standard, they rally on a 2 plus.
Which they definitely.
And if they had somehow failed, I get a reroll because of the banners right
Are you telling me that these guys are motivated to really get into
melee? Just a little bit.
They want to show me the way of the sword.
Well, yes.
Quite literally.
So we'll be back after Japanese movement. Okay, Japanese movement is done. I am sending 1 platoon on the far left flank around the hill. Got a platoon moving up here towards the guns and the machine guns. A platoon here moving towards the rifle platoon. Type 89s have advanced on the right flank, trying to get out of line of sight from the 6-pounders. They fell back into cover because they are still pinned. The machine guns moved up there. I don't know where the other platoon of machine guns went now. Maybe I didn't deploy them. Oh well. And then over here, just the same thing, moving as far up as we can. Can't dash with too close because I will be within 8. So on this flank, I'm not going to be charging this turn, but hopefully next turn. And on that flank, I realized I didn't have to get as close to charge, but yeah.
It could get dicey over here in a bit.
Dicey, he says, in a dice game. All right.
I was talking more like dicing vegetables, except the vegetables are my British soldiers with your katanas.
We'll be back with some shooting. Okay, so starting things off with the bombardment, I was able to place the 75 mil regimental gun platoon over on the left of those machine guns. It was just far enough away to not engage close. Ranged in barely on the 3rd attempt. Hit twice, killed 1 team, and pinned them down. So for the rest of my shooting, this rifle platoon is going to fire into...
Machine gun?
Oh, I forgot the UC Universal Carriers were there. And they're front armor 1, aren't they?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to shoot the 6-pounders. So we got 3 overhead firing mortars. They are slow firings, I think. Yep. And then 4 rifle teams, which would be the red. White for the mortars. Hitting you on 4s. Yeah, you fired last turn, so you're not on the ground. 4s because of night fighting. 5s to the mortars. The mortars hit twice. Rifles hit twice. 3 times. Okay. So 1, 2, and 3. We'll just do that.
Yeah, that's easy.
And then we'll put a knee mortar on one and double up on the other. All right. So you do have bulletproof cover because of gun shield. So if you could roll the rifles separately and mortars separately.
Okay, so I will do the rifles first.
Yeah. So this guy, 1 save.
Yeah.
And they are 3+ or 4+, I think.
I have to check. I believe it's.
We'll just go with 3+. I think it's 3+. No. So he's good. Yeah. He's good. And then the rifle on this guy. Okay. And then the knee mortar on this guy. Okay. And the knee mortar on that guy.
Let's try that then.
Ugh.
Wow.
Fine.
That was wild.
Not quite pinned. Oh, wait.
I'd be pinned. Yeah, you got hit.
Yeah, that was 5 hits. Okay, so they're pinned. So then on this platoon, we're just going to throw them into the rifle platoon. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 rifles and 3 knee mortars again, hitting on the same thing, except you're in cover, so hitting on 5s and 6s. Nope. Okie dokie. And then they're blocked to shoot there now. All right, and then just the stuff over on the other flank there. So we're going to roll for line of sight first. So left platoon is going to get a lot. Right platoon is going to get 16 inches. So you got a bunch of guys in that building, don't you?
I do.
All right, I'm just going to light them up in the building. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 3. So white, again, knee mortars. Red rifles. So we got 3 rifles, 3 knee mortars. You are aggressive, but you're concealed. So 4. You are technically on the ground, so 6. Now you're fighting a 7.
Yeah.
Nope. And I'm not going to bother with the other platoon.
Well, it is night. You're just firing.
Yeah, I shouldn't have bothered, actually. I should have just not fired. So we'll be back after our maneuver for some assaults. Okay, first assault of the game on turn 2. We have contacted in. We are now doing defensive fire. So starting with the Vickers on their pinned red fire of 2 each, hitting me on 5s because of night fighting.
What did I pull out the white dice for with the Vickers?
Well, they're 2 shots each. You should have 6 dice.
Yeah, so what are these?
I think the white dice may be the 6
pounders.
pounders.
6 pounders,
Yeah.
yes. Do you want me to roll them as a pool?
No, we'll do them all separately.
Okay, so let's do Vickers first.
Yeah, hitting on 5s. 2 hits, so just put this aside. And then we'll roll the 4 shots from 6 pounders. 1 more hit, and then the machine guns and the boys from the Friends. 5 hits in total. All right, that's not so bad.
Not bad, I'll take it.
Firepower doesn't matter, and because at Bonsai, it's not pushing me back. I just have to live through it. Saving on 4+ in defensive fire. I lose the single team.
That's
Damn.
pretty good.
Huzzah! Okay.
Now the fighting starts.
And now we commence with the pin pricking with the Bonsai boys. What do we got? We got skill 4, assault 3. All right, so we're going to put 2 on each of these 3 6-pounders and then 1 on the last one. So this 6-pounder, dead.
Yep.
I said it was
Just
2+.
a 2+.
No, it's a 3+. Sorry. Okay, second 6-pounder is dead once. Third 6-pounder is dead, and the last 6-pounder is dead. So I kill 3 6-pounders if you want to pull them out.
Yep.
And then we have the big counterattack roll. That's going to affect a lot of units.
And I have to take it on the 6-pounders, yeah?
Well, it's you roll a single die and you compare it against everything that's within a charge range.
Okay.
So
So
1 roll. 5 is good. It means pretty much everyone's going to be counterattacking, I think.
yeah. So I can counterattack.
Yep, so we'll move in the counterattackers and be right back. Okay, so for counterattack, Andrew rolled a 5. So the UCs fell back because they have rather...
Scout assault. Like, they're not very good in the assault.
Well, I mean, it is an open top vehicle, so it makes sense.
Yeah. They don't want to.
With plywood sides.
Yeah.
The Vickers did fall back, though, because they don't have a chance with heavy weapon. The 6-pounder is staying put, and instead of charging into my unit there, because I moved so close by accident, he counterattacked my other units. So this is interesting. So we're going to proceed with some rolling. So How do you want to do this? I guess we'll do the 6-pounder first because he's only got one throw.
Yeah, the 6-pounder is not going to have a good time because he only hits on a 6.
It's okay. He could kill somebody.
No.
Nope. Okay. And then your other guys hit on a 4+, you said?
Yeah, so
That's
the
not
deadly
bad.
assault 4, which...
Hey, I mean, it's better than what else you could be doing.
Alright, so let's start with this guy.
Yep.
No.
No.
This guy. No.
2.
Oh, no. This guy. Oh, no.
1.
This guy. Yes.
Okay, he kills a guy. Which will be technically the unit commander, so it'll hop to a new unit.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to put on this one, so it's still within 10 inches of my regimental banner.
And I think that's all the units I had in contact.
1, 2, you only rolled 4.
Yeah.
Well, so the guys that are in base to base with guys that are in contact also get to roll.
Alright, so I get 2 more, I guess. Because the jungle does not help us here.
No.
This and this.
Alright, so I get
That's not very good.
my counterattack.
Anything but a 1. Which,
So everything counterattacks. So we'll be back with that with my 6-inch counterattack move. Okay, this is getting silly. So they charged 2 guys through the minefield. 1 took a hit and saved. The rest couldn't really move because they're already in base contact or there's nowhere for them to move.
And then
I'm not sure if he was supposed to have fallen back as well because he was technically just within 6 inches. But we're going to roll with it. It happened. The Japanese are banzaiing hard.
This feels accurate, though. This is what it should be happening.
Yes. So we're going to have 4 hits on that poor little 6-pounder. I think he's dead.
Yeah.
Thank the lords.
Let's roll it in.
Well, no, yeah, he just dies because it's...
Oh, you're right.
And then we've got 2 hits on you little boys over there. Boys is dead. And then we got 2 hits on this boys.
No.
He lives. 1 kendo hit on the rifle team. Oh, I shouldn't say kendo. I didn't take the card from them. But he's dead. And then we got 2 hits on this team. It's dead. We'll put 1 hit on this team. He's dead. And 2 hits on that last team. He's dead. And then you may attempt another counterattack, sir. Or just choose to fall back.
Yeah, I probably should break off. Okay.
All right, so are we not... We're just going to skip the counterattack and just move straight to break off?
Yeah, unless you... Because I don't think...
Well, if you do that, everybody that's within charge range has to fall back, including all your platoons at the back.
In which case, no, I'm going to hold.
All right, so then you make your counterattack.
Okay, so let's...
Well, you got to roll first.
Right, so...
Single die roll for everybody, and everyone's forced to fall back.
Oh, jeez.
Where's your formation commander for the Indians?
He's right... No, that's the Argyles. He's over here.
Okay, so he doesn't give a reroll, and the Argyle one is right. Okay, so the one Argyle unit that's in contact can do a formation or a morale reroll.
Okay.
He can still counterattack, but the rest have to fall back, so we'll be back after that.
Okay.
Go for it. Okay, here we are after the assault. I made my 4-inch consolidation move to move out of the roadway and get into some cover. That went a lot better than I expected. So, on to British turn 2.
These are my Indian vicars.
All right, British turn 2. So rallying.
On a 3, they
Yeah,
pass.
they rally.
The Argyles fell back, and because of the bagpiper, 3+, they
Yeah.
pass.
Power of the Canadian dice.
Universal carriers?
They don't need to rally because they're armored vehicles.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
and they didn't get bailed out.
The Indian Rifle Platoon is a 3. Pass?
Yep.
I think that's everyone? Everyone
Yeah,
is dead.
because I killed the 6-pounders.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's the command step. We'll be back with some movement. Okay, movement step. British turn 2.
Not a ton of movement. They moved up just a little to kind of like hold that objective a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
The Vickers didn't move. I moved this rifle platoon a little just to kind of tighten them up in there.
Yep. Taking my jungle back for me that I worked so hard to get
Those
at.
universal carriers moved, and then 1 bogged in the mud, trying to get into the forest.
Yep.
But it gives me 2 Bren guns focusing on that, which is what
Well,
I
he
want.
can still shoot if he's got line of sight.
Sure.
Just depends on the hill. Or, the woods, but yes.
So that not a ton of movement.
Typical.
However, night visibility.
Yeah, so we did go through and rolled it as we were moving just to speed it up. That's what all those dice are for. So some of them rolled 1s and won't probably be participating.
Which is not good for these guys.
Yeah, well, they've got the guys on the hill there that fired last turn, so they can see them regardless.
Oh, okay. So
Right.
good.
Muzzle flares.
And then these guys rolled a 4, so they're can hit
Yep.
some stuff.
So we'll be back with some shooting. All right, so Andrew spotted his first 25-pounders by themselves. They
And they
unfortunately
failed.
failed. The other ones were spotted in with the observer, got it on the first attempt again. So he's now ranged in here. Killed 2 rifles, and more importantly, killed by a company commander on this flank, leaving just the regimental banner, and I failed to roll to have the company commander take over a rifle team. So that sucks, but I still got my banner at least, so that's positive. Moving along.
Alrighty, so I'm going to fire those universal carriers.
And who are you going to shoot them at?
They're going to go into this...
Left, right, or center?
That's center right.
Center rifles. Okay, so they have line of sight to do that. You'll be
Boys
hitting
is
me
red.
on a 5.
Boys is red.
Okay. Boys will be hitting on a 6 because it's
Yeah.
slow firing. So 2. Oh no, hitting on a 5. So careful, but +1 for night.
1, yep.
Okay, so 1. Who would you like it on?
Let's just put on just rifle team. Doesn't matter already.
I need that. Can you stop killing my troops, please?
Oh, that would be...
You're supposed to run away.
I mean, totally, but gotta make it somewhat sporting.
I guess that's fair.
Let's try these Vickers.
Okay. Who
Um,
are they going to shoot at?
do they count as having moved because they fell back last turn?
Yes.
Okay, so
and are they pinned still or not?
They're no longer pinned.
Okay. I believe they count as having moved. I could be wrong.
I'm gonna just get the dice there. It's gonna be 2 shots each
Okay.
for 6 total.
And who are they shooting at?
They are going to shoot at these guys, probably on a 6, right?
Are they within 6 inches? Because I am through more than 2 inches of
Oh.
tall terrain, if you recall.
In which case, I don't think I
I
can.
have both tape measures over here, which does not help. I might be within 6. I can't quite tell.
Yes, you are with us.
Okay.
So that one. Then.
Cool. So,
But it's only the one gun, so maybe can it?
well, if one of them is within 6, we'll let you shoot all 3.
Okay.
I am concealed, so 4 becoming 5, and then 6 because of night fighting. 2 hits.
And I'll put them on the front 2 teams.
We'll be good to go. No bulletproof saves needed.
Okay. These Vickers,
Yep.
they rolled a 4 for night visibility, which gets me how much?
Times 4.
Ah, gotcha. So
16.
they can probably see the guys on the... Oh, it's barely. I can hit 2. These are 2.
Well, again,
teams.
remember that platoon fired last turn, so they're lit up.
Oh, right. So I can... in which case, yeah. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put 2 Vickers into the machine guns.
Okay.
Because they have the night visibility ability too. And the 2 Vickers into the platoon.
Okay.
And they did not move, so it's...
So the machine guns are still within the terrain, so they're going to be hitting on 6s.
Yep.
Actually, were they over 16 to the machine guns? Because then there might be more.
No.
Okay.
Just.
Okay. So, yeah, so 4 becoming 5 for concealment, 6 for night fighting.
All right, so first gun. None.
Okay.
Second gun. 1.
1 hit. We'll roll it now. That'll kill a machine gun. That's not good. That's a morale check on them.
All right, and the other 2 Vickers, so 1 on the platoon.
Yep. 1 hit. They're hitting on 5s.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And 1 more die.
Yeah.
Because you only roll 5 on the second one. Okay, it's 2. I lose 1 more team. Can you stop killing my troops, please? I really do need them.
That worked better than I thought. All right, these are not within 6, so they're not going to be able to shoot them. Not within 6 of them either, so I can't shoot them. These guys are.
Well, in this instance, I am within 2 inches of the edge, right?
Okay.
So you can see up to 2 inches of tall terrain. If it's more than 2 inches, you have to be within 6 inches of each
All right,
other.
so let's do these universal carries into them.
Okay, so once again, hitting me on 6s because of night fighting and concealment.
Yep. Oh.
Okay, and the other one? Oh, right, yeah, that was both. They have rate of fire 3, not 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these guys
Yes.
into them.
Okay.
So they need
6s again.
Yeah. 2.
Okay.
I'll take it.
1 fails, but because we're both in bulletproof cover, firepower check.
Probably 6 on
Yeah,
rifle.
if it's a rifle.
Yeah. No.
Oh, I saw the flag there for a second.
Okay. And who's left to shoot? Honestly, not a lot, because night visibility hurt me.
Yeah, a little bit. Definitely a little
So
bit.
I think that's all for my shooting.
All right, so we'll be back with Japanese, turn 3.
All right.
Rally steps. We're going to rally this pinned down platoon on a 3+. They do. I'm going to rally the engineers on a 3+. They do. I'm going to, over here, rally this right platoon on a 2+ because of the banner. They do. I'm going to rally the banner. He does. And this last platoon. They do. All right. I needed that. Oh, and then the last stand on the one Type 97 that took his the team loss. They're good to go. Okay, so we'll be back after movement. All right, so we moved, embracing that being aggressive spirit. I'm going to charge machine guns with unprotected infantry and see what happens. Here we moved up to assault the building. This platoon moved up to take the field and get some cover. They're laying down the res paddy. The tanks are maneuvering to assault along with the rest of the platoons, and my other flanking platoon decided to say, forget it, we're not going to flank, we're just going to charge over the hill and come around to assault the flank. So we'll be back with some shooting. Off the Japanese shooting phase, I wanted to say pre-assault phase.
It kind of is.
The Type 89s are going to machine gun the Vickers on the road. The Vickers did fire last turn, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't need to range or see if I can sight. You are technically concealed because you are stationary.
Yeah.
And you are at night, so you're aggressive. I'll be hitting you on 5s. One hit on each. Not bad.
That'll do.
So 4 saves, please. I do believe they saved on the 3+.
I can check.
That sounds right.
All right, let's...
I kill a team. Yay! And then I guess I'll just throw some pot shots. Oh, I should also recap. My my 70mm battalion guns drop smoke there to screen that assault.
Battalion guns?
Yeah, they're battalion guns.
Oh, battalion guns.
Oh, you thought I said Italian.
I was just like...
No, battalion.
Yeah, if they were Italian, they wouldn't work.
Hey, now. We've got a lot of Italian viewers that only like it when I make fun of the Italians when I'm playing them. We're so sorry. So they're not going to bother shooting because they're not going to hit.
No.
We've got 3 rifles that are going to shoot the Vickers. They're hitting you on 5s. 2 hits. 3 up saves on your Vickers. I'll kill 1 because they're in the open. And we got no shots. I don't want to race there because I don't want to kill anything. We got my machine guns that I'll finally remember I have in position. They do need to sight. Never mind, they can't shoot because nothing over there shot last turn, I think. Right? Oh no, your Vickers did shoot.
My Vickers did shoot.
Yeah, so we'll pour these 2 machine guns into the Vickers because they don't need to see them. Or they don't need to roll for night fighting because they can see your muzzle flashes. I will eventually learn how to speak English correctly. We are 6 shots each. Just like every other heavy machine gun, even though I am the worst heavy machine gun in existence.
But you make such fun sounds.
That's true.
It's very rhythmic.
That's true. What am I hitting you on? You are concealed?
Yep.
And at night, so 5s. Oh, that's a lot better.
That'll hurt.
That's so much better. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. So 2, 4, 6. One team will have 3 hits. The other team's 2.
All right, let's do the first one with 3 hits.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
dead.
Oh, yeah.
And the second one with 2. He's
Okay.
dead.
And then the other one with 2, because I had 7 hits. Oh, okay. Well, I'll take that.
And they might run, so.
That's okay. They are pinned, though. Then this rifle platoon in the rice paddies, I am going to throw some rifle shots and the mortars into your platoon behind the barricade of the wall. So you are in bulletproof cover. I am simply in cover. Red dice will be the overhead firing mortars. They are hitting on 6s. These are hitting on 5s. 1 overhead mortar hits and 3 rifles hit. So if you wouldn't mind doing the mortar stabber because it's got a higher firepower.
So let's do the mortar.
And of course, that saves. 3 rifles. 1 fails, so 6 of firepower, I believe, on these guys. Yep. Nope. Okay. That was only 4 hits, so not quite enough to pin you. Let's check his line of sight for shooting. He's going to roll 3, 4, 8, 12. That should be enough to reach down the hill. He'll throw. He's no longer pinned. He'll throw his 6 shots into the same platoon, hitting on 5s. Oh, come on.
He's nervous.
You sure? Yeah, that's fair. And then we got that platoon over there.
Can they pen the universal carries?
Well, what's your armor value? Your armor is 1 on the front, 0 on the sides. My anti-tank is 1. No, my anti-tank is 2. And yeah, I could. You know what?
This is better than.
That's not a bad idea. This platoon will shoot into them. We're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 rifles and 3 overhead firing mortars. All hitting on. Rifles will be hitting on 4s because of night. Mortars on 5s because of slow firing. Okay, so 3 rifle hits. So please roll some ones. Don't roll some ones. That's how I get you to do it. Yeah, okay. All right, that's it for shooting. We'll be back with some assaults. All right, kicking it off, this rifle platoon, assaulting into your Brens. They get 3 shots. Well, they get their defensive fire, and anyone in the building can defensive fire as well.
All right, now the building doesn't have a ton of people in it. I think it's an observation team, and a platoon HQ, and 1 rifle stand.
Well, and these guys on
And
the
those
ground.
guys, yeah.
Hitting me on 4s, becoming 5s because of night fighting.
All right, so for the universal carriers, I got the. Can the boys fire?
Yeah.
Okay,
It just, oh, it's stationary, so it doesn't
Yeah.
take the +1 for slow fire this time.
So you're gonna get that.
Yeah, 7 5s. 2 hits, 3 hits. Okay, 4 hits. Not bad. Not bad.
Okay.
And then
My rifle team.
yeah.
So they got like. Oh, there's actually a decent run in there. 2,
Oh, it's just the guys on this side. So 1,
2,
him.
and
That's a boys.
yeah, and 1.
So 3 rifles, 4 rifles, a boys, and the overhead fire mortar.
Okay. 4 total.
Yeah, 4 rifles, and the overhead fire mortar. Which it'll hit on the same, I guess. Actually, yeah.
There.
Must be nice to be stationary. So 2 more hits, so 6 hits in total. It's all rifle teams. 7 on 4s. Ooh, that's bad. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, so we'll just take these ones. So that leaves 1 team in assault.
Now, mind you, your assault is at least good.
Yes. Okay, so I got 1 guy left in the assault. Banzai. We hit on a 3+.
Reroll? Oh no.
Not for assaults. But that's okay. You can now counterattack. What is your counterattack rating on the Brens?
Not fantastic. I really got to get the cards. Although they're not out yet, so I don't feel too bad about not having the cards. Universal carrier.
And sorry for the noise in the background. My child needs a nap. And he does not want to have a nap.
Counterattack 5+.
All right.
No.
All right. So he needs to make a cross check. It's a +1 for night fighting.
Can they even get 6 away from them? Because like
Well,
they
from an
can't.
assaulting team.
Yeah.
So I've got 1 team. Right now.
Yeah,
that's
they
an
can go
assaulting
this way.
team.
So I need to pass lots of cross checks.
Oh yeah, actually, you might as well just roll all 3. Any that pass, yeah, okay. So the 2 that pass can get away. The 1 that fails just dies.
Yeah. So we'll leave that one die. There.
Okay.
You're right. And we'll leave the wreck.
Well, that was an expensive assault. We'll be back with more. All right, not to be outshone, the other platoon is now assaulting the exact same Brens and the building. So we moved in here to cut out their defensive fire, at least, hopefully. We got the guys in the building again, the 4 rifles and the UC from the outside, and then the 2 Bren gun carriers.
All right, so let's do the rifle teams.
Once again, hitting on 5s.
2.
Okay. Mortar.
Oh, that was a terrible roll on them.
There we go. Now it hits.
Because I just dropped the dice. Do you want me to reroll?
No, that's
Because I
fine.
was 6
That's totally fine. And then 6 shots from the universal carriers. Oof. They actually brought ammunition. All right, so we got 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 6 dice there. I'll grab a 7th over here. Let's not do that again. Please don't die. Now there's 1, 2. Okay, that's better.
A lot better.
Much better. I lose 2 teams. And I left my dice over there. All right, so now I am going to have 2 teams on your mortar. He's dead. 1 team on the rifle team. Lives. And 1 team on a carrier. That's cocked. So I hit him with the improvised anti-tank 2 on your top armor 0. Okay. So, test to counterattack.
All right. 2.
So you don't counterattack.
So +1.
But your company commander is right there, actually, so you do get a reroll. Sail. Okay, so now we'll be back after the fallback. Okay, so unfortunately, Andrew failed his counterattack and fell back. The guys, some of them got out of range of an assault move, but these guys could not move outside of a further 6-inch assault of my units, so they surrendered. So we will consolidate and be back with the next assault. All right, so sorry, I took the objective here. I'm now holding it. I just have to stop him for another 3 turns from getting at it, and I can win. Huzzah! So the Type 89s are now charging in. I'm only putting 2 into contact with that team. I don't want to pull them the 25-pounders in defensive fire. That'll hurt. But he does have a couple of boys, and to be fair, his rifles can hurt me on the side armor as well. So let's start with the boys, because they do have a better anti-tank. So 1 shot hidden on, I believe I'm aggressive. So I think they hit me on a 4. Yes. So the boys will hit on 4.
So 1 boy is here, and then...
that one was unfortunately just out.
Okay, so just 1.
Does hit me. What's your anti-tank?
What is anti-tank rifle? I've never actually, used the...
I know. When I have, they've never actually hit anything.
Anti-tank 4.
4? All right, so I just need to not... I need to equal a 4 with a side armor 1. That is not how you do it. Okay, firepower, please.
5+.
Okay, so it's bailed out, but that does mean I still get to fight, because I am awesome in Japanese. And then a bunch of rifles that can also hurt me on the side.
I got, let's see, 1, 2, 3? 3?
No.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought there was more.
It's not a lot, though.
2 hits. At least I bounced those.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so how does this work? Duty to the end. Bailed out tank teams can shoot machine guns and fight in assaults and prevent enemy units winning an assault. Cool. Their assault rating is 4+. I squish your mortar. You may now attempt a counterattack or a fallback.
Well, probably, I don't think... There's going to be a point where I can't fall back anymore.
Well, and my top armor's 2, so you can't actually hurt me except with the boys. It's the one upside to these tanks.
So they will fall back because they can get into these 4 back here.
And it will only be them that has to fall back. I cannot reach your universal carriers. Taking the jungle with them.
Not particularly. Okay.
All right. Now I need to consider if I want to do more assaults. All right. The next assault on the left flank now. I got 6 teams charging in through the smoke. So you will get a bunch of defensive fire, but you're going to hit me on 6. So you might as well do the carriers first because they're going to be the most dice. So 2 machine gun carriers and a boys, I think, again?
Yep.
Okay.
That's the plan. And my boys.
So 1 hit.
Yeah, there's 1. And it's the boys.
Yep. And then the entire rifle platoon.
Right, so
I don't think they've taken any losses yet either.
no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep. And then the overhead mortar and the boys.
And I'll do this overhead mortar separate.
Okay. 3 hits total so far?
3?
Yeah,
No.
you're hitting on
3
6s.
total, yeah. And
Mortar.
overhead mortar. No.
Okay. And then the 2 command teams?
I included one of them as...
Oh, you already did?
Yeah.
Okay. So just 3 saves.
Yeah.
I lose a team, which I'll pull out in a second after we do the assault. So then I got 2 teams. So basically there's 6 teams. They're going to roll 2 dice each for each assault.
Yeah.
So 3 assaults at 2 dice. I kill a team. Kill a team. And kill a team. So then you can attempt a counterattack.
All right, that'll be on a 4, and I'm going to try it.
Okay. The counterattacks. All right. We'll pull out my casualties and be right back. All right, kind of hard to see with smoke in the way, but he did move into contact. I miscounted. I had 7 teams in the assault, so now I'm down to 6, but that is okay. So now Andrew gets to swing at me.
And I will be doing that on a 4+.
Yes.
So let's do this team here.
Okay.
He's by himself. That's cocked his own. That's... I'm going to roll here.
Yeah. There we go.
Miss. Him.
Gets 1.
So I'll be that team. Him into him. Miss. This boys is on a 5. Hits, actually.
That team.
These 2 are in base contact with him, so can I roll them?
No, so they'd only be able to hit the team that he's in contact with,
Right.
which he just killed.
Yeah, so... And he can hit that one, I guess. Right?
Correct, yeah. He's not dead yet. All right, so that's 3. All right, so then my counterattack. which obviously I do. Unsurprising, but we'll be right back with that. All right, so pulled off my casualties, and we got 3 teams now hitting back. So we'll do him into this team here. Gets him into this team. Doesn't get him, and that one into that team. Gets him. All right, you may now counterattack again.
All right, so 3 up with Bulldog counterattack. Pass.
Okay.
Just checking back where that guy died. Tuck one back in here. And tuck it into there. Perfect,
Okay.
let's see.
So then you got these 2 can hit here. These 2 can hit this team, and these 2 can hit this team.
All right, so this one has a boys. The white will be boys.
Okay.
Regular.
Oh yeah, because it's 5+.
Yeah.
So he's dead.
These 2 are the same, so we'll go into this unit here.
Okay.
And
Those 2 will be the same.
yeah.
All right, so you killed my entire assault team. That's interesting. Did not expect that. All right.
I didn't expect my British rifle platoon to do that, to be honest with you.
Oh, that's impressive.
Was a good time to assault.
Okay, well, let's do the funny thing.
Yeah, do that. Oh, we won, boys. Wait, no.
Yeah, technically, I think they should have been pulled in last round of counterattack anyways. That's my bad, guys.
So,
I'm
in
gonna
comes the pain.
throw more of them in. So 2 teams on your commander. Yep,
Kills.
and 2 teams on the boys. Yes.
Do I counterattack?
Yeah, you can.
Let's do
Or
it.
you can fall back.
Hell no.
Okay. Back and forth and back and forth.
We'll do it that way and that way. This is getting a bit wild over here. All right.
All right. So 2 teams on each again.
Okay, let's do these 2.
Yep.
And one's a boys.
Oh, no, that's 2 command teams.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But that's okay. They both failed.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll just take this guy. Then I counterattack. I mean, yeah, and then I'll bring more guys in because I have the movement. Okay. So now we got 3 teams on a commander and 2 teams on that squad. He's dead. And he's dead.
All right, my bagpiper is my formation commander. So he has the command card that I might as well use. So he's going to try and
Bagpipes?
counterattack. He has ferocious valor
Oh, he's the Valor card.
So he rolls 2
commander
dice.
may roll 2 dice.
during assault.
During assaults, but you still have to counterattack first.
Yeah. So first counterattack,
Oh, darn.
and he goes with 2.
Okay.
And he's
He's
already
already
in.
in.
So let's go, boys.
Yep. Okay.
Back over there, back over. And this guy.
Oof. Can you stop killing my guys? I need these.
All right, counterattack. I'm making you work for it today.
Well, my company commanders are here, so
Might as well do
I'll
it.
just do the reroll. Yep.
And
Banzai.
the water's fine.
Banzai. 2 guys on your bagpipers. Ooh, he lives. And 1 guy on the other team. He lives. All right. Are we
Bagpiper
running out of steam?
comes in. All right, so him 2 dice.
What's his
It's
skill?
a command team, right? So let's see. Is that the HQ? Rifle Company HQ. Is that the
4,
assault
so he
4?
does not kill
He
him.
does
Okay.
not. So him. No.
No,
So
all
I'm
right.
running out of steam myself.
Counterattack. Yes, because the regiment of banner
Yeah.
gives me 2 up counterattack, so I don't have anyone else to move in. So 2 teams on your bagpiper. Finally get him. And 1 team on the other squad. Finally get him. So that just leaves your UCs who have a counterattack rating of 5 or 6.
5. I'll try it. I'm in bloodthirsty
One
mood
day.
today.
No. So now they fall back. All right, I will consolidate back into the jungle. Okay, 1 last assault for the turn. I move these guys into base contact with the wall. So because of the tall terrain, the 25 pounders are thankfully out of range. The Vickers can't see me, so it's just the rifle platoons.
All right.
So we got a full rifle platoon though, and technically the guys in the back that have run away. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 rifles, 2 overhead mortars, and 2 boys.
All right. So
Might as well roll them all
I'm gonna
together.
put the boys with the pool, and then
Yeah.
we'll do the
Mortars after.
rotors after.
Okay. Hit me on 4s, becoming 5s, becoming 6s because of concealment and night fighting.
I don't think I got that many. I only got 2. Oof. And the overhead mortars, which will not be very accurate.
1, 3. Okay, so 4 up saves because I'm charging. Oof.
Brutal.
I knew that was going to happen.
You can still
I got 1 guy that can still fight. 3 up. Okay.
Counterattack on 3. Pass.
Okay.
And pass.
Okay, well, that did not go very well for me. I am technically still got guys that can assault, though, so I have to... Yeah. And this is where things get a little stupid. Because they also have to, because they're within range. Jump out of their building. I knew I shouldn't have done that.
You did listen to me. That was a mistake.
Yeah, I shouldn't have listened to the British player.
They don't like it up them is good advice coming from me.
Banzai. Okay. 1 team on the the mortar. Got him. 2 teams on this rifle. Got him. 2 teams, technically 3 teams on that other rifle. Got him. So, he's dead too. Alright, now you have to counterattack again, sir.
3 up because they're Indian. Yes.
Okay.
Oh boy. I can't do this, can I?
No, you can only have 2 guys.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
Get these trees out of the way.
Unless you can, like, have a medium base and then 2 small bases attached. Like I've done.
That'll be a base with that one.
Yep.
And
Yep.
And
You can't get in
no.
there.
I'll just leave more of this. Alright, so that's what I saw.
Okay, so here we are. He's counterattacked in. He's trying to kill me off the objective now. Unfortunately, he's going to start doing it. No, stop killing my troops.
And yeah.
Jeez, man. No, I'm taking your guy now. What am I doing?
Actually, you know what? That was only 1 dice I should have rolled, so there we go. He misses.
Okay. Counterattack. Okay. Base to base already. Okay. 1 team on him. Got him. 1 team on him. Got him. 1 team on him. Didn't get him.
Alright, counterattack. Yes.
Can you stop doing that? You're supposed to fall back.
And
They're already based, yeah, so
Yeah.
they can't.
and boom.
He can.
Yeah, so him.
Yep.
4 up.
Nope.
These 2 pass. And these 2 pass.
Down to 1 team. And he falls back. Okay, so I got a little carried away. I shouldn't have risked that last assault. That kind of put me in a bad position. But,
Listening to the British player wasn't.
well, I mean, I'm the Japanese player. Just assault. Tor. And we're going to the morale phase. So, we got a last stand test on
Yep.
this 2-man platoon.
So 3 plus pass.
I would like it if you would run away. How about this Vickers? What is their last stand?
I don't think they're as good because they're
Not the Indian
They're
troops.
not Indian, yeah. The British are not as keen on this. Yeah, they're only 4, so they
Cool. So that runs away, which puts the Argyle Sutherlands down to only 1 platoon left on the table. So that platoon runs away because the
Yep.
formation breaks. Oh,
Which, to be fair, they lost their bagpipe, they lost their officers. They're not really keen on being here right now.
no, that is fair. But all that hard work and taking this objective, and you could just hop back into that building now. But that's okay.
But this objective is now real easy to get.
Well, you still got a bunch of very big guns in front of it. So we'll see. I don't think you have any other rally tests because they won their assault technically, so they aren't pinned anymore.
Any Vickers?
Oh yeah, they fell back, so they're pinned.
They're 3 plus because they're Indian. That's 2, so no.
Okay, and do they still have more than 2 guns?
They have 2.
Oh, so they need a last stand as well because they're less than
And
3, so they run
fail.
away. Okay.
Which,
Sorry.
actually, how many British?
You still have at least 2 platoons.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, okay, so that's the end of the formation step, or the morale step, rather, so we'll be back with some movement.
let's go.
Almost forgot, started Defender's turn 3, we make a single die roll to see if it's morning on a 5+. It is now no longer night. Yay!
Nothing too dramatic on the British moves, because that assault was crazy enough as it is.
Oh, gosh.
So I've reconsolidated back into this orchard.
Worked so hard to get you out of there.
And what I'm going to try and do is next turn push up this way if I can clear some Japanese from this area. These rifles move to kind of get close to the objective. Universal carriers covered to block the objective. Mortars are, unfortunately, I kind of placed them really bad this game, so
it happens.
But if they move anywhere, they're going to be an easy assault target, and therefore make me formation break. So they're going to stay where they are to make it harder.
Oh, the universal carriers are in the Indian platoons
they are,
as well, so I got to crack them too. Jeez.
The only thing I have left in support of my observation
25s.
team, which is here, and my 225s.
Yeah.
So they're...
I might not be able to do the formation break on the Indian platoon company.
Yeah.
I don't have any dedicated anti-tank to take out your universal carriers. Oh my god. Why do I need that?
Well, how hard can they be?
It's hard enough when most of my stuff, like the best anti-tank I have is on the Chi Rose. The rest is all anti-tank too.
So it's just a front armor wide. Come on. You can break that.
Well, if you could move within 16 inches of my 70 mils, I could fire.
No. That's not. I'm not going to make that easy. Do you want to just move straight to shooting? Because I'm not doing
Yeah, might as well.
All right, so my two 25-pounders are going to direct fire
My
into
Chi
those
Rose
Chiros.
hitting on 3 because he's in the open.
All right, pull up the stats for that. And they're stationary, so they get 2 shots each.
Do they? 25 pounders?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's really nice. Halted rate of my fire of 2, so 2 hits. I'll assign 1 and 1.
Okay, what's your anti-tank?
3+.
No, that's your firepower. What's your anti-tank?
Oh, right, 9.
Okay, my armor is 1.
Okay, so
Firepower.
okay. So first one, nope.
Fire build out. Okay.
And second one, kill.
Okay.
So I'll make that before now.
If you could grab some smoke from the shelf up there.
Sure. Little tank, little smoke.
Okay.
Universal carriers, gonna shoot them.
Yep.
So 6 shots from the Brens and 1 from the boys.
The boys are back in town.
I think that's 1.
So I'm
no.
sorry,
no.
I'm careful and I'm in concealment, so hitting on 5s.
Yeah, so there we are.
Yeah, no more
night.
No more night, unfortunately. The rising sun has arrived.
I'll just assign it to
Rifles?
rifles.
Yeah. So 1 saved, 3 failed, but firepowers because I'm in the deep jungle.
And you are looking at some
The dense jungle.
trees be bulletproof.
Well, when the canopy's that high.
6.
Yep.
Okay. This rifle platoon.
Yes.
So I got 1, 2, 3 from that rifle squad, plus the command team for 1 more, and yep, that's it.
And so who are they shooting?
This guy.
All right, so careful and in concealment.
So nothing. And these guys, I got. Oh what? I got a boys. No. Overhead mortar. No. Observation team. No. Wow, they whiffed everything. Okay, so that's it.
You're running out of ammo.
Yeah.
Totally. You've killed too many of me.
Bayonet is wise though. Come at me, bro.
Yeah, well, I'm not playing Napoleonic Russians right now, but it sure feels like it. So that's all you're shooting?
That's all my shooting.
Do you wish to assault?
No.
Are you sure?
I would love to. Like the person in me who owns a 17-inch bayonet at home wants to.
That's fair.
Desperately.
But you're in a good position.
But I'm
right
in a good
now.
position, so no.
All right, we'll be back with Japanese turn 4. All right, so gonna remount my tank. Yep. Thank God for being fearless, otherwise that'd be a last stand. And
Pin?
you needed 5 hits. Technically, actually, you needed 6 hits because of the banner upgrade. I don't think they're pinned.
So they're good.
I think that's it.
I think that's it. What about these guys? Because the Universal Carrier's got a lot of hits, but I don't think enough.
I didn't actually count. We'll say they're pinned, yeah. 2 up rally with commander reroll because they're right behind them.
There you go.
Okay, we'll be back with some movement. Okay, so movement step is done. Over here, my 70 mil battalion gun advanced up to get into range to fire at the universal carriers. My 2 Chi Rose that are left moved around to get out of line of sight from those 25 pounders. And I occupied the building again with what was left over here. It is my building now. So we're going to move straight into some shooting. Let's start with the 70 mil battalion guns. We got on the move fire of 1. It's So hitting you on 3. I'm assuming you're aggressive.
Yes, indeed I am.
I hit you once with an anti-tank rating of 4.
All right, so
On your front armor of 1.
1. Oh no.
3. So I penetrate you.
Firepower.
Crazy. Firepower 4 plus. I blow him up.
Which one?
We'll go with the farthest left one. That's sorry, my farthest left. Your farthest right.
There.
All right, and then the Type 89 She Rose, moving rate of fire 1 on their cannons and overworked. So hitting you on 4s, same target. 1 hit, anti-tank is 5.
And side armor 0.
I would argue I'm still on the front armor.
Okay, so
Darn.
pass.
Should have taken the rear armor. All right, and then we got a lot of fire coming at you.
Rifles?
Yeah, so my engineer platoon moved up, so we got 1, 2 rifle teams that can shoot at your rifle teams. I get 1 hit.
Where do you want it?
On your boys.
Okay. There you are. And let's roll it up. I'm not actually. Yeah, so I just need a 3 up him for free save, which I pass.
Darn. All right, 1, 2, 3 more rifles and 3 overhead firing mortars. So,
Into which target?
same guys.
Okay.
So 3 rifles first, and 3 overhead firing mortars that are stationary. So 1 rifle, 1 mortar.
Okay. And where do you want them? Boys?
Mortar on the boys, rifle on I don't care who.
Okay. Boys. Pass.
Darn.
And the other one. Pass.
Darn.
They don't want to die today.
No, they really don't. I'm just trying to shoot you off the objective. Over here, we got a rifle team and 3 overhead firing mortars into your team on the in the plantation. Hitting you on 4s because of cover. 1 rifle, 1 overhead.
All right.
It doesn't really matter here. It's just the overhead will ignore the bulletproof cover.
Okay. Both pass.
Okay. And then we got 3 rifle teams coming out of the house at them as well. 2 hits. Ooh.
1
Save
goes
the
in.
firepower. Oh, wow!
Which one do you want?
Just a rifle team, I guess.
There.
And I want to launch an assault. Yeah. Once again, something I'm going to regret, but we're going to come this way. Get these out of the way. I'm going to throw my mortars in now that I've remembered they can actually assault. So you got 1, 2, 3 rifles there, 4 rifles there. That's an OP. 5. So 5 rifles, a mortar, and a boys.
All right.
Hit
So
me
5
on
rifles
4s.
and the boys.
3
The
4
boys
hits.
hits and 1 there, 1 there. Yeah.
4. Save all 4.
There you
Fantastic. Okay, so 2 mortars on one of your guys. Mortars hit on 5 plus. Nope. 1 mortar on the other guy with the rifle, or sorry, on the rifle team. Nope. And the command team, who is a regular team, on the right team. He kills him.
So this one?
Yeah. Okay. Now, counterattack, sir.
Oh, of course. Of course. Certainly. 3 up. Pass.
You're supposed to fail.
I'm sad you said. I'm sad you said I do not know that word.
I learned nothing.
Okay. Alrighty, so let's tuck you in. Get out of here, trees. Get out of here.
You don't like the rubber trees?
No, not really. And yeah, let's go with that.
Okay.
Alright, so first rifle team and with his little backup buddy onto the mortars. Needing a let me see. Let's not talk out of my ass here. See, you guys can believe me. Yeah, 4 up. Pass.
1. Okay. And then the other 2 teams, same thing.
Pass.
Yeah. Counterattack. Fantastic. Just what I didn't want. Hi.
You've returned.
I literally learned nothing from the last time.
I should not do this thing.
Does it
immediately
again.
the next turn.
And the flag technically does have to join as well. Fantastic. Okay.
3, sir.
Command team gets him.
There you go.
Mortar team. I'll reroll that. Doesn't get him. 2 command teams. Gets him. And 1 team here gets him. All right. Oh, maybe this time it might actually work. I jinxed it. What have I done? Counter attack, please.
All right. I need a 3. Pass.
Why can't you fail a counter attack?
Let's go into you. And can they counterattack you?
Yeah.
I might as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Down to using command teams.
I say, sir. Capital.
The boys doesn't have heavy weapon, right?
It does.
Okay, but the mortar doesn't, like mine. So he can move in, but he's going to have assault 5+, probably.
Actually, but I can just move in. No, the observer team is terrible, so let's not use the observer team.
Yeah.
Let's put you in there. Okay.
Are you electing to fall him back, though? Because he will have to fall back otherwise.
He's
He's part of the
no,
platoon,
screw it.
so...
He's going.
Okay. He can stay.
He can stay, yeah.
He's part of the platoon.
All right, let's just quickly check my stats on this observer.
Sorry, he's not just part of the platoon. He's heavy weapon that's part of the platoon,
All right,
so he doesn't move.
He is... Okay, skill
Not
3+
the
on the
worst.
observer. So he's actually better.
Okay.
Okay, so the observer.
That's correct.
Try again.
4.
Binoculars, they work very well.
Sure.
They're very heavy.
I'm not happy with this.
That's,
Yep, 5+.
No.
Okay. 3+.
that's
And 2 teams on the other one. Gets him. Well, counterattack. I'm not surprised. Okay.
That's thematic.
Yep. So 5 up. Nope. 3 up. Nope. Oh no.
Counterattack.
Oh no.
3 up.
No! Fail your counterattacks!
Pop you in there. Pop you. I do say so. What a nice flag. I think I'll take it. Okay. And pop you on there so I can get the assaults. All right. Let's do this. So that's 4, isn't it?
Yes. Okay. One of which it's on a 5+.
Okay.
So roll it the 1 separate if you need to.
I'll just use a white dice.
No, you didn't need to.
And the observation team, which is on a 3+. Pass.
My men are running from the battlefield. Shameful display.
I mean, they're not running. They're just bayoneted and dead. So
Again, I learned nothing.
the pile of dead Japanese is kind of terrifying.
But wait, there's more. Speaking of,
What do these guys do?
they're not going to do anything because
They're gonna
they're too far out. You will get a consolidation move, but I'm going to do the dumb thing, and I'm going to charge this team with 1 tank so that I am contacting him without drawing in the defensive fire of at least some of your 25 pounders.
Okay, let's do that.
Wait. Never mind, I can't do that. I forgot he can see. Yeah, no, we're just going to sit there. Okay, that's it. That's my turn. Moving on. To Canadian. No.
Well,
British.
I'm just using the dice, sir.
Yes, British. Turn 4. Okay, so he consolidated into my building. We have lost an Imperial banner. This is a shameful display. We will have
Do
to
those count for victory points?
make up for that. We still have the 1 banner over here, and we are staying put. So, moving into British turn 4, and we have no morale to do this turn.
So, just to make this clear, you lost the God Emperor's colors.
One of them. We still have another, and we will get it back. We will die trying to avenge our dishonor. Okay, so moving on. We'll be back with movement if there is any. Okay, skip it the movement step because we don't want to move. We're going to roll straight into the shooting.
All right, so these 2 25-pounders, direct firing.
I would say 3 of them have line of sight at
All
least.
right, then let's do 3.
With all
Into those machine
rate
guns.
of fire 2, as you
Oh,
said.
yes, right. Smack.
2 more.
Oh.
3 guns firing. Hitting me on, I'm careful and in concealment, so 5s.
1.
Cool. I say nay nay.
All right.
Sorry.
These 3 25.
How do you say no in Japanese? E.
Oh.
Isn't it E? Yeah?
So look at me like I speak Japanese. Sir.
No, I'm trying to remember how, because I used to do martial arts.
Oh.
Okay. Moving on.
So 3 25.
Yes. Goodbye, Chi-Rose. It was nice knowing you.
They last a lot longer.
They are aggressive. Straight to firepower. 2 and 2.
Let's do 2 first.
Dead and dead. Oh,
Oh.
bailed out.
Bailed
Bailed out. If you wouldn't mind, and then just
Yep.
mark him with some smoke on
Do you
the
want
other
to
one.
keep the commander?
Yes. The banner needs to live. Or sorry, the sword needs to live.
And where
Okay.
is this one?
Right above you.
They're stuck together. There.
It's freaking listed all over again.
Yeah.
All right, universal carriers into my 1 platoon.
Yep. 1 boys, 1 machine gun, 1 5.
Firepower.
6.
Nope. Okay.
And those guys are not shooting because I'm doing something funny with them.
Oh no. Oh no. If you're sure you want to, you have nowhere to move. Okay.
Let's do it. So on to assault 7.
No other shooting?
I guess
Rifle
they can.
platoon?
Yeah, okay, fine.
All right, so they are stationary. They can shoot over each other now.
I'm going to shoot 1 boys into him,
Okay. No.
and I'm going to shoot the rest of the machine
the
guns.
platoon?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's do the platoon fire first. 1.
Take 1 hit. Saved.
And
The boys
boys,
are back in town.
miss.
Oh. That's a shame. All right.
That's it. Let's do some assault.
On to the assault. So I'm just going to bring some dice over here. If you want to just take the roof off the building.
Oh, of course.
And then you can just move up to the edge of the building to contact B.
Yep. I'll toss you in there. Toss you in there. And the observer won't be able to reach, I think, so he's just going to stay.
So 2 and 2. And no defensive fire because you are concealed and charging through terrain. And within, I think it's 6 inches.
These are my Indian HQ, so do they have a nice fun rule? Oh, I've been forgetting that the Indians have war cry, which is you must reroll your successful motivation to counterattack me, which is probably good to know.
Yeah, it's going to be important now that I don't have a regimental banner
Yeah.
nearby.
Before it was a bit spicy. All right, so 3 plus.
Yep.
4 plus for deadly assault because otherwise the Indians are green. So
Okay. So 2 on one and 2 on another.
First one.
So it kills 1.
And 2. This one's a mortar, so I'm going to do the white dice for him.
He's dead.
Oh, that's
And they fail.
okay. Yeah.
3 1s. Perfect. All right.
All right, so.
Mother.
And
Okay, I'm falling back apparently.
get out of here.
We'll be back. Well, I failed an assault. That's a first in this game so far. Okay. That's okay. We're all fine here. We're fine. We're coming back for you. Don't worry. That is the end of British turn 4, though. On to Japanese.
Turn 5.
Turn 5. Okay, so I got a lot of unpins. So there's 2 platoons over there. So the one with 3 mortars left stays pinned. The other one unpins. Okay. And then the tank remounts on a 3+ and sticks around on a 3+. Oh.
You got back in to leave.
Yeah, literally. All right, so we'll be back after movement. Okay, movement. They moved 4 inches forward again, and they took the front of the rice paddy, and that's it. They're in a good spot. Oh, wait, no, I wanted to move my flamethrowers. I'll be right back. Okay, so engineering squad moved up there with the flamethrower leading the way, and I forgot I had a platoon all the way up here still, what was left of that one, so they advanced down for potential assault next turn. All right, so we're going to move into shooting. I don't actually know the stats of the flamer because I don't have a card. 1 second. Okay, so the flamethrower is rated fire 2, so we're going to put it into the 25 pounders. I believe they are careful.
They are careful, yes.
Oh,
That's
2 hits. It is brutal, so re-rolling successful saves. I believe it's a 4+.
Yes.
But before you do that, let me fire the rifles too, actually.
Yeah.
So 2 slow firing rifles. No. All right, so 2 flamethrower hits.
4 ups, so 1 passes.
Brutal makes you re-roll the pass.
Okay.
All right, and then they have firepower auto, so I kill 2.
Which ones do you want?
The 2 closest to him. Yeah,
There.
perfect. Perfect. All right, and then I'm going to throw 1, 2, 3, 4 leading rifle platoon or rifle squads from here into that platoon of troops again, hitting you on 4s because you dug in. So 3 hits. The rifles. I don't care about the boys anymore. Ooh, 2 dead.
Yeah. Not good.
Yeah. And then we'll put 3 rifles and the overhead mortar into the same squad for 2 hits.
1 on each.
Yes, please.
Boys first. 3 up. Pass. Fail. So.
Okay. And then now they are stationary. The 70 mils are going to get 2 shots each at your universal carriers, hitting on 3s for 3 hits. So 2 on 1, 1 on the other. Anti-tank plus 4.
First one.
So 1 will equal. Okay. And the other one? 1 goes in. So 4 up to blow 1 up. No, so he's bailed out. And 4 up to bail 1 up. No, so nothing happens to him. All right. And then, yeah, I'll throw 4 rifle teams and 3 overhead mortars into the guys in the building.
Okay.
So the rifles first. And then the overhead mortars. So the rifles fail to hit because you are out. Yeah, you are concealed. The mortars get 1 hit.
3 up. Fail.
Okay, firepower. That kills 1. Fantastic.
Okay.
All right. Now you might as well leave that off because I'm
Yeah.
moving straight into the assault step. We will bring glory to our family. Let's get down to business. 3 shots in defensive fire.
All right, let's do it. Come on.
Damn.
Not bad, boys.
I lose 1 team.
You guys deserve a medal.
They really do. All right, 2 teams on him. Nope. And 1 team on the 2 there. Kills 1.
Has to be the team in contact, right?
Yep. Counterattack.
Oh, but of course. What? No. Tiebreak off. Finally, they've had the better part of valor. It was the guy with the table holding him there.
Okay, so I took my building back, finally. And then the engineering platoon is assaulting the 25 pounders. So the 25 pounders get defensive fire, and 3 of these rifles can fire.
That's 2 guns.
But they are pinned and slow firing, I think. Oh, wait, no, they're not slow firing, but they are pinned, so red to fire 1.
Okay, that's much better for you.
1 and a 3 miss.
Yeah.
And the 25 pounders?
They're full rate of fire?
Yep. Stationary red fire, as they're not pinned yet. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, they are pinned because I hit them with a flamethrower.
exactly.
Yeah, so 1 shot each. My bad. I actually forgot I hit them with a
1.
flamethrower. 4 up save. I shouldn't have used the Canadian die.
It wants the trait.
Yeah. All right, so 2 teams on 125. I'm going to re-roll the 6 because it's caught. Gets him. And 1 team on the other 25 pounder. Gets him. All right. And then they will consolidate, and that'll be my turn. We'll be back with British, turn 5.
Okay, so remount is skill rating, right?
No, it's motivation.
Motivation, so 3 up. They
All right,
remount.
so the UC does remount. Okay. Then we got a last stand on this platoon.
Indian rifle platoon. 3 plus. They pass.
So he stays. So you're still in the game.
Yep, and those guys. Company HQ.
The company HQ doesn't last.
All right.
Yeah.
Then.
So it's just the platoon.
Okay.
So they're still good?
Yep.
Darn. All right. We'll be
You're gonna
back
have to kill
with some movement, I guess. All right. After the movement, because anyone was surprised by that.
They don't like it up, boys. They'll get you out of that.
But that's it. That's all the British movement.
Pretty much, yeah. There's not a lot of British left, my friend.
That's fair. My flamethrower is coming for you.
Universal carriers are going to shoot them.
All right.
So 1 boys, 1 friend.
I'm pretty sure they're careful. Just double checking. They are apparently aggressive. Apparently I'm aggressive across the board. Why did I think I was careful? I've cheated this entire game. Don't mind me.
2 hits.
1 save, 1 goes in, and they don't have gun shields for some reason.
1's dead.
Yes.
Okay.
Why did I think I... Oh,
25 pounder direct fired. I'm going to fire 1 into there. And then 2 into the platoon.
Okay.
So 2 into the 1 regimental gun. Miss.
Okay.
And 4 into the rifle teams.
4 is to hit because of concealment.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Saved. Okay. These guys aren't going to shoot because they were going... Oh, they can't shoot because they're assaulting with their...
Well, you could shoot.
Yeah.
But if you shoot, you don't get to sneak up on me.
This.
Oh, well, technically you actually moved, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're not.
Yeah.
I'm not sneaking up.
Yeah, so you might as well shoot.
Yeah. So I got 4 rifle teams and the boys.
Hitting on 4.
I got 2 hits.
Good to go.
All right, and we're just gonna go right into the assault. I thought.
Fair enough.
Got 1 boy on the roof.
Yeah. I'll just set it down.
So that's my observer team. 2. What's left of him into there? But the boys helping the observer team who doesn't really move. Okay.
Okay.
Now the observer hits on a 3. The other boys hits on a 5. There. And these both hit on 4s.
I guess I'm counterattacking.
There's 1 guy on the roof, so you get counter.
Bonsai.
I make you re-roll successful. So,
I'm still counterattacking. And I'll re-roll that attack then.
Go for it.
No. It's all good. He missed, so you counterattack.
All right, and I need a 3. Yeah. Okay. And let's really make this happen. Yeah, that'll do. So, white will be the 5 on him. These 2 will be red 4s. And I'll roll the observer separately because he needs a 3. So, yeah, he's good.
Okay, I guess you can have the building. I didn't want it anyways. Well, I'm not going to advance anymore because there are what's left of those platoons, and I need at least 3 of them left. So, yeah.
My building.
Okay. I guess you can have it for now. I'll just bring up a flamethrower later.
Probably. That's how this is going to end. It's going to be war crimes.
Any more results?
No.
Okay. So, start of Japanese turn 6. We'll just start with it. We're going to rally these guys. They rally. Rally these guys. They rally. Okay. And then that's actually it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to movement step, dig in this squad. Nope. And dig in this squad. That's good. They'll dig in. Okay. We'll be back with the rest of the movement. Okay, movement step. 1 platoon dug in, as you saw. And then...
I think the assault's finally happened.
Banzai. So we're going to do some shooting. Flamethrower first into the 25-pounders. 2 shots.
Somehow
2 hits. Range of 4, so I think he's only hitting the 1. So I'll throw the rifle as well. He hits, so rifle will go into the one behind him, and then the 2 shots hits the first one.
I need my gun saves,
so
1 save.
Re-rolling the successful, and he's definitely dead. Nope. So you rolled the 2 saves for the flamethrower. It's brutal. That's why you re-rolled the first one. Yeah. So he's dead. No. He's dead.
Okay.
So then you roll 1 save for the other guy. He's good. Okay. So then we got 1, 2, 3, 4 rifles and 3 overhead mortars. I don't know where the rest of my red dice went, so I'll come back to that. So rifles first into the boys.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, and then 3 overhead mortars. So 7 hits on 1 team.
I don't think he's going to live.
I really hope not. Okay, just barely dies.
That's fucking funny.
He does not want to die. Okay.
Well, he's dead. But...
Thankfully.
Yeah.
And then we're going to put 3 rifle teams into your mortars behind the tree line because I'm thinking 6 now. 3 hits.
No, they're toast.
No, well, 1 saves. 2 die.
Yeah. So these 2 go. All right.
And then same thing with the other platoon. 3 rifle teams into what's left. 1 hit. And he's good. All right. So now assaults, and we'll be right back. Okay, so the engineers advanced into contact with the 25-pounders who are pinned, but I'm behind the front line, so they will not defensive fire. The universal carriers, 1 machine gun and 1 boys left, I think.
Coming on in. Let's see what happens.
That's a lot of hits. 2 and 2. 1 dies, and the other dies too. Oh, Really don't like it when that happens.
Universal carriers are kind of like carrying this front.
Yeah, speaking of.
Here comes the sun.
You can go to here. Here. Put these guys in. Join the assaults. And I think that's enough.
Yeah.
Alright, there's my second assault coming in. So you get the same amount of shots from the UCs and 1 shot each from your pinned 25 pounders. And there's one more 25 pounder. Alright. So lots of hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I forgot I was aggressive. I think I was thinking the night fighting this entire time, so it made me careful. So I lose 3 teams. 2, 3. It's okay, because now I've got 1 team on him. Hits. And 1, 2, 3, 4 teams on the other one. Hits twice. Alright, so
First one.
anti-tank 2 on your top armor 0. Yeah, and 2 anti-tank 2s on your top armor 0. 1 goes in, firepower's auto, he's dead. Counterattack. So 1 roll. They were 5 up, I think.
No. Nope.
Alright, so that will be the game because you cannot fall back outside of 6 inches from me. Finally! Finally! I killed it! I only lost almost an entire company doing it.
Well, 2 companies?
I know. We'll be back with a recap. Well, that was a fantastic game. Oh, man.
Violent
That
game.
was so brutal. Oh, the sheer amount of assaults in this game. You guys have seen. We're no stranger to using assaults. When I play against Ben, that is his modus operandi to actually win the game. And he's really good at it. But even he, I don't think has assaulted quite so much in a single game before.
It is fitting. It is the Pacific.
It was so fitting, but oh my god. Just...
That manor house was...
It's like Enlisted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a game of Enlisted fighting over that manor house. You took my flag. I don't like this.
Especially with, like, the amount of... Like, our group of Enlisted. That was how
gosh,
we
yeah.
played Enlisted. Like, that was a mess.
Things that I have learned is remember to read my rules. I'm not careful. I'm sorry. I sort of cheated. Next game, I will be careful because I will be veterans. At least I think that upgrades to be careful.
You might bring the Imperial
Oh, yeah, so this was the first of what should be 2 games, assuming we get a chance to film it today. The next game will be the defense of the village against the British counterattack, which we will set up to do. And yes, it will be the Imperial Guard defending the village, because, yeah.
You've lost a lot of men.
Yeah, no, like, I've got, like, a company and a half of dead troops right here. I was getting really close towards the end there. I was literally holding on with 1 company by just having the 3 mortars from each platoon left alive. That was dangerously low. I made some bad mistakes. I really shouldn't have assaulted out that second time out of the manor. I should have made you come to me.
Yeah.
Because I would have had the advantage. I could have defensive fired first off.
Which is big.
And I wouldn't have drawn myself out and got massacred so easily because I have to assault. I don't have the choice to fall back. So that was good on your play as well. The hesitation in the center, I think, wasn't so much of a problem. It kept you alive a little bit longer, I think.
Yeah.
Had I tried to push faster, maybe I could have cracked your line faster.
You
But I
would've
did
got-
in the end.
You did in the end. I think you would have formation broke me a good couple turns earlier had you done that.
That's fair. So you just kept passing your damn motivation checks, man. Come
I
on.
had to stay around.
Come on.
So, funny part is like, if anyone knows the history of the actual Battle of Bukit Timah, like,
Which I didn't before we started doing this.
this really should have been more of a walkover. Like, it really should have been more of a walkover. Now, there's a few, like, kind of idiosyncrasies to Flames of War that affected this. One, they really made the Indian troops good. Like, 3 up motivation is great.
To be fair, the troops that they're representing with the way they are in the book are the
Burma.
ones in Burma,
Is the
which
one in
were motivated. The ones that were fighting
Actually-
were mostly motivated.
Actually, I'm going to digress. I'm going to not agree with this.
All
So,
right.
speaking as the Anglo-Indian, I have skin in the game for this. And I'm not advocating let's nerf my own country and people, but there was a lot of hesitation among Indian troops that the Japanese were just going to win. They were not convinced that they would necessarily win against the Japanese, and nor did they have much inclination sometimes to actually want to. But with India, and especially the troops that the British Indian Army put out, they were extremely, extremely confident in melee and fights once they got into them. They were willing to stick around. They were willing to fight. The bigger kind of grand picture hesitation would be kind of like a last stand, which is where I think what I would have preferred to see was keep fearless, because that motivation works really well. But I think hesitation 5+ for last stand.
Give them that worst motivation.
Because then when they really have to decide to stick around, they're willing to fight hard. They are not cowards, but they will not die for an empire willingly that has gotten them to the situation where they're having to roll last stands.
There is fair. That is
so
fair.
that would be the only kind of like...
give me a command card to represent the leaflet campaigns that the Japanese engaged in, which really forced that to the front.
Because Bukit Timah was, I think, what was it, the largest amount of prisoners taken at Singapore before the full surrender.
Yes.
So it was a big deal. A lot of the guys taken at Bukit Timah were Indian, and Australian and British. The Argylls were there, the Aussie Brigades, which I didn't represent today. I could have done, but like they would have worn the same uniforms. There's literally no difference. But the Indian troops that were captured here would form the nucleus of the Indian National Army later, because a lot of them were offered the chance to go fight Britain instead, and there's a lot of opinions to be had on that. But it's funny that this is kind of where that nucleus begins.
Fair.
And considering how well they fought for the British today, I think he sees why, because like they certainly held the line. Now that being said, I was really surprised the Argylls held. Because they did a nasty counterattack on that front.
They're still British at the end of the day. Like, they have British Bulldog.
But they do have British Bulldog, but they're worse. Like, that's what I love about the Burma front and, like, all of this stuff. Is everyone's used to North Africa. The British are careful. The British are, like, not elite, but they're good. They're solid, confident troops.
Not so much here.
Not so much here. The Far East is not North Africa. And I like that there's a command card to bring North African troops that are definitely just that cut above, and they're going to be mean when I bring them. But it's like, I have to pay command cards for that. They're going to pay the points and privilege to do that. Whereas this front was an absolute slaughter. Like, Bukit Timah was not this close. It was a really fun game, though. Like, this was fantastic.
That was fun. I definitely expected it to be done a lot sooner, especially after that second turn of assaults. I thought it was going to continue that kind of momentum, but nope, apparently not. My dice. Gotta love it. But yeah, no, that was a fantastic game. Thank you, as always, my friend.
Pleasure.
Hopefully we get to finish that second game today, if not, maybe next week. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. We wouldn't do this without you. Huge thanks to Battlefront Miniatures for the early review copy of both the Pacific Book, as well as the Japanese Rifle Company Starter Set, which is what allowed us to do this today. Guys, check out their excellent Pacific range. It is fantastic. Shout out to our channel affiliate, Tista Minis, best place in Ontario to get any Flames of War product that you can. I do have an affiliate link. It's down below. Check us out on our Instagram. We do post a lot of our teasers and our painting stuff up on there, as well as on Facebook to follow what we're doing. And we do have a Discord. I believe the link to that is below as well. If you wish to support us, but do not feel that you have to, we do have a Patreon as well as channel memberships. There is a tier in both that gets you a little early access to our videos, if I ever actually remember to put them up there. If I don't, please let me know. But again, it's not necessary. And yeah, you know, we do this for the love of the game. It is fun having these supporters, and we love sharing this with you, but we are just having fun, and we're glad that you guys are enjoying us and joining us along for the ride. So remember, we're pulling for you. Keep sticks on the ice.